Well, the last time we were competing in Europe and the Premier League, it didn't go too well because we got relegated. But I'm hopeful that doesn't happen this season. Hello, welcome to part 48 of the Hollywood Dream. And coming up in today's episode, we do have our first Premier League fixtures against West Ham and our first ever game at our brand new stadium, the Wrexham Stadium. Yeah, the Wrexham Stadium, which will be against Brighton. So nothing else has happened since the last episode. No other transfers to tell you about. No, not signing anyone else. Just possibly a staff member, which not important at all. But hopefully, this year can hopefully go better than the last time we were in the Premier League. Obviously, we did get relegated. I plan to finish in the top 7, maybe top 10 at a push, but the board do want us to finish mid-table in the Premier League and be competitive in the other trophies, including be competitive in the Europa League, which I wasn't really expecting. I thought they might have been just finishing the playoffs and possibly get through to the knockouts, get through to the quarterfinals, but no, that's not the plan. Just be competitive in that. So whether we take the Europa League serious, or take the league phase as serious, but I probably won't. So should be fairly simple. Obviously, if we can focus on the Premier League, then when we get to the knockouts, then we can focus on that, I think. So the lineup for our match against West Ham will be Goran Smajic. Dean Henderson is currently injured. Whether Smajic is going to play every game of this season shall remain to be seen. Might play Dean Henderson in the cup games, possibly. Then we've got a back four of Mollard, Shearer's making his debut. Snape and McNeil also is making his debut. Then we've got Taylor Hunter in the midfield. Then we've got Daniel Muller making his debut out on the right hand side. Obviously, we were playing him up front last season, now officially a right winger. Then we've got Kabanga in the middle, Sotacek on the left. Then we've got Ignacio Resio starting up front. Sadia has unfortunately picked up an injury, but he is fit to play 45 minutes of the game, so I suspect we'll probably just get him on with at least 30 minutes left of the match. So hopefully, let's get off to a flying start in our second spell in the Premier League. Obviously, have three or four seasons back to back. But obviously, last season's championship run, I reckon that might have helped the players out massively in terms of the potential abilities for all of them, because I think they could certainly feel like they're going to come back as better and stronger players in this run in the Premier League. Hopefully, we can try and get at least a couple goals, ideally before half time. If not, just try and win this game, because obviously West Ham, a difficult side. Mollard with the header puts the ball into the back of the net. That might be. I suspect that will be disallowed. If he kept himself on, well done to him. He has been disallowed. How far off was he? Did he make it? They were all off. There was at least 5, 6 players all offside. So whoever made contact, whether it's Mollard or anyone else, it certainly would have been disallowed. Very disappointing, because we're definitely far better than West Ham. Resio puts the ball into the back of the net for his second goal of the season. Obviously, he did get a goal in that disappointed Community Shield display, which I don't think I ever told you the result of that. We lost 5-2 against Man City, but Pershers did get sent off in like the 4th minute, so we might have had a chance to win that game if we had not played the whole game with 10 men. So quite a disappointing result, but hopefully when we next play them, we can get the ring, because the Community Shield, not really that important. It doesn't really gain you anything. It doesn't get you a spot in Europe, which hopefully we can do this year, either by winning the Europa League or finishing in the top 7 or top 6 preferably, because I don't really want to be playing in the Conference League, which it would be nice to, but don't really want to be playing in that competition. That's Champions League we want to aim for. Sotacek is going to make way for Nicola Moretti. We're going to leave Alessio for now, because he's playing quite well and he's not tiring yet. Josh Taylor is going to make way for Tom Bischoff, coming on to make his Premier League debut with 25 minutes left to play. Still the one goal. Daniel Muller with a free kick. It is just over the top right-hand corner. Just so close. If that free kick was at least maybe 5 yards away from the goal, I reckon that would have been in the back of the net. And it's a goal for West Ham. That's the equaliser with 15 minutes left to play. We are back on level terms. I hope it's this. No, goal has been awarded 1-0 with 15 minutes left to play. That's very disappointing because I felt like we were definitely in control of the game. We've got 10 minutes left to play. We are going to get off Rescue over Fatag Salia. Gents don't have Talby, he is suspended. Mollard is going to make way for Ezra Carrington. And I think we'll also get on Yano Montserrat for Kabangi with 10 minutes left to play. We won't demand some more because Bischoff takes a free kick. Montserrat was circling out the back post but couldn't quite get his full head on it. Carrington pulls it back across goal and Vatag Salia puts the ball into the back of the net. That's got to be given. That's got to be a goal. There's no reason why that wouldn't be allowed. And it's been awarded. It is 2-1 to Wrexham. A goal on his debut for Vatag Salia. I presume I have pronounced his name right. He's going to be absolute vital up front, especially he's got much better finishing than Daniel Muller. Obviously, his finishing is only 10, so as well as Salia's finishing is like 16. So I'm expecting a few goals. Once we get him firing, obviously we should be able to get him to stop scoring. So hopefully he can score at least until he's fit. Probably a goal every other game. I will take that. But if we can get a goal a game this season, that would be absolutely fantastic. But a great start, a 2-1 victory against West Ham, and hopefully many more victories to come this season. Sotochek out for 1 to 3 days with a tight cap. Absolutely fine, completely manageable. Just needs a bit of a rest. We have been doing some scouting. I don't think we're going to sign any more of these players. I don't think we're going to sign anyone else, to be fair. I think our transfer business is pretty much done. We've still got plenty of time left in the transfer window. We don't really have much budget to work with. We've got no transfer budget. We've got a bit of wage budget, 128k to be precise. But hopefully we can get back-to-back wins with another win against Brighton. The lineup for our match against Brighton, and more importantly, our first ever match at the new Wrexham Stadium, will be Goran Smajic in goal. A back four: Mollard, Akolai, Stamen, McNeil, Taylor and Hunter in the midfield. Then we've got Sheehan on the right. Daniel Muller is currently nursing a little bit of an injury, so we'll leave him out on just as a precaution. Don't want to get him seriously injured because we don't need that happening. Then we've got Kabangu in the middle, Sotochek on the left. Then we've got Vatag Salia started for the first time. Obviously came off the bench in the last game, scored a goal, but hopefully now that he's starting, let's hope a few more goals this game from him. This stadium looks quite snazzy, very big. It's a three-tier stadium. Certainly those two stands that we can see, whether or not they're all 3 tiers, certainly looks that way. So it is very good. A potential little bit of expansion space, I hope, certainly within the corner. So it could theoretically, I don't know if we've got the expansion room, but hopefully in a couple of years' time when we're competing for the Champions League and whatnot, I want to say it could be at least a 50,000 seater stadium. And Kabangu puts the ball into the back of the net for a very quick start for our match against Brighton. And it is 1-0. Goal has been awarded. I was slightly hesitant that might have been given us offside, but no, a very, very good run. I think he was being kept on by this defender here, Yang Kuto. I think he was the one keeping him on side. Yeah, it was. He was the last defender. So thanks to Brighton, that's his fault that we scored our first goal of the game pretty easily, pretty early on. Hopefully we can grab a few more this game. That was a great ball over the top to Vatag Salia. A little bit unfortunate, but I reckon if he had got there, really good control, decent control, I reckon that would have been 2-0. McNeil puts the ball into the box. Very dangerous ball that. Hunter Sadia puts the ball into the back of the net for his first goal of the season. I just punched my desk. I don't know if you heard that. I suspect you did. But I punched my desk in all the excitement. And we are 2-0 up within 7 minutes of the game. That is absolutely insane. This is what 16 finishing does to your team. It just brings goals into the game. Absolutely superb. This is going to be an absolute whitewash, isn't it? I don't know how good Brighton were last season, because obviously we were in the Championship. I don't know where Brighton finished, whether they're a mid-table team or they're a relegation battling team. They might be a bit of both. They might be a yo-yo team. But I don't remember them being in the Championship for any period of time. But actually, let's see what they did do last season, because if they finished just outside the Norwich qualified for the Champions League and finished rock. That seems a bit like a joke. Brighton finished in the Conference League. They finished 7th. I can't get over it by looking at that table and Norwich qualified for the Champions League and finishing rock bottom. That's just weird. And Sheehan puts the ball into the back of the net to make it 3-0 to Wrexham. Still with 10 minutes left to play of the first half, I think. Well, judging by the fact Brighton have had 1 shot still on target and not come close to scoring any goals, I'd say we've got the victory wrapped up. Touch wood, should be bottled in this game, but hopefully, I think 1 more goal this half definitely will secure the 3 points. Taylor plays the ball to Sotacek, who does get dispossessed, but he does win the ball back with McNeil entering the area. Oh, nearly won a penalty, but look, he's still got the ball. McNeil crosses it. Sadia with the header. That was a decent header, but threatening, dangerous. So Rude could have gone into the back of it, but a little bit unfortunate. Sotacek. Oh, it's a goal, a first goal of the season for Jean-Claude Mollard. Hopefully one of many goals. I'd say one of a few goals I'm sure he'll get. From a fullback, I don't expect him to get many goals, but I do expect him to get a lot of assists. Hopefully put a few balls into the box this game. Mollard. Oh, my God, it nearly went into the back of the net. It was like a pinball in the area. Could have found its way into the back of the net for the 5th goal, but we do win another corner. It's another short corner. That's like the 3rd or 4th consecutive short corner I've seen. That's not our preferred tactic. It's usually just whipping into the near post or far post. Near short corners is a very rarity in when we do our corner tactics. We don't see many. I don't choose to see many because I don't really like them, but they seem to be working so far. We are going to make a couple of changes. Taylor is going to make way for Tom Bischoff, and we're gonna get off. No, we won't bring off the centre backs just yet, but we will get off one of them at some point in the game. But we are, I think, oh, I don't know. Let's get off Kabangi for Yano Monster. We'll give him a little bit of run around. We're 4-0 up with 30 minutes left to play. The victory is very much wrapped up. I doubt Brighton are going to get 4 goals in 30 minutes, because if they are going to, they're going to have to produce something spectacular, which the likes of Man City or Liverpool, I just don't think they're capable of doing it. I don't think any team is capable of pulling off the greatest comebacks of all time. That's a great tackle. That's not going to be... He won the ball fair and square. That's no way is that going to be a penalty. Never in a million years, is it? Well, it is a penalty. Wow, it didn't pop up saying penalty awarded. I presume it wasn't going to be given. Ferguson steps up and he has found the back of the net. Gordon Spanish fails to dive the right way, but that's just 1 goal. They still need 3 more goals to level the game. They've only had 3 shots to a target. I don't think it's going to happen. I still feel pretty confident that we are going to hold on to the 3 points. Snape is going to make way for Liano Bahia, now a natural centre-back. And I think Sotacek also comes off for Nicola Moretti, which hopefully I do hope within a couple of years he will be our first choice left winger, because I don't think Sotacek will stay here for long, because he's a very good left winger. I definitely think within the next 5 years he'll be playing for like Barcelona or Real Madrid, one of the top teams in the world, I reckon. If he's still here when we win the Premier League, that is just absolutely unbelievable. Couple minutes left to play. We are going to make our final change of the game. That will be let's get off Mollard for Ezra Carrington. 3 minutes left to play, and another victory in the bag, and it does end in a 4-1 victory over Brighton. The match was pretty much won within the 20 minutes. First 20 minutes, the match was won. That was absolutely insane. That first half, never seen anything like it. I don't think we've ever been 3-0 up at half time before. Certainly not in the Premier League, but absolutely beautiful. And that does leave us second in the league. Yeah, second in the league behind Everton. This top four is quite strange. Everton top, Wrexham second, Aston Villa third, Ipswich down in fourth. Absolutely incredible. Man United are 15th. Pretty normal at this point, I reckon. So I don't know what's going to be happening in the next episode. So I suspect in the next episode we shall be starting life in the Europa League. If you have enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more Daily Football Manager videos, and thank you very much for watching.